Tonight, a Killeen shooting victim talks about why she's fed up with the violence. Plus, an NRA convention planned for one Texas city, why at least one city leader says they should cancel. Plus, a threat at a local school puts police on high alert and keeps kids at home. Channel 6 News starts right now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Curran.
And I'm Leslie Draffin.
First the rain, then some cooler temperatures. Let's begin with the first check of the weather.
Chief Meteorologist Andy Anderson has a look at the forecast. Hey, Andy.
Hi there, Leslie. Hey, Doug. Yeah, we got some changes on the way for us. We got rain. That's a nice big change for us. And we're still in the winter months, so we've got a cool down on the way for us before the evening is over with. Live look at the Bob Mills Furniture Skyline weather camera. This is Temple, cloudy skies for us, rather gusty winds as well. We're tracking several lines of showers. This is stuff that moved through here earlier today, moved off over towards the I-45 corridor now. And we're tracking the cold front itself, pushing through the big country, the Concho Valley, getting a little closer to us now. Look at these showers and thunderstorms right along the frontal boundary itself. We've had some concern about this little storm here between Brownwood and Comanche. It looked like it could have the potential for producing half-inch sized hail and wind gusts to about 40 miles an hour. There's been some concern in and around Comanche or that storm. Look at the temperature change behind the front and ahead of the front. 72 in Hamilton and in Goldthwaite. Behind the front, it's 45 in Comanche, 46 right now in Brownwood. That gives you an idea of what we can expect later tonight and tomorrow. Temperature is going to drop. We'll get additional rain. By Wednesday night, we can see almost 3 inches of rain across the area, possibly as much as 4 inches by Friday because there's more rain up the pipeline for us coming in. So flash flood watch remains in effect across much of the area, and rain is likely for us tonight. Temperatures cooling 72 by 8 o'clock, 56 by midnight. Look for the front to come rolling in here probably around 10 o'clock or so and shift those winds around to the north. We'll be in the low 40s all day tomorrow. We have complete details on our forecast coming up a little later in the news.
All right, thanks, Andy. A Killeen woman is recovering tonight after she says she was shot outside a home last Friday.
Channel 6 News reporter Imani Payne spoke with the victim, and she's joining us now with more. Imani, how's she doing?
Doug and Leslie, the good news is the victim, Tashombe Christian, is okay. She's home with her family, but tells me the shooting was a senseless and confusing act. Police told us a group of adults were arguing over a student-involved incident when Tashombe was shot and airlifted to the hospital in critical condition. Tashombe says she visited a house on Elkins to talk to a parent about an issue between her child and another child. She claims there was no argument and says after being told she was at the wrong house, she was shot in the chest by a stranger standing in the background. All of this happening while her husband and 3 of her kids were in the car watching. Tashombe says she doesn't know the man who shot her or know why he did it, but says the whole situation was terrifying.
That's all I could think of is don't die, don't die. You got 9 kids, don't die. Then I was like, thought about like, this was for no reason. Like they shot me for no reason at all.
She says she's talked to her children about being cautious in the neighborhood and plans to keep a close eye on her family moving forward. She's also working with detectives to find the suspect. And coming up after the Olympics, I tracked down the mother of the child Tashombe was at the house on Elkins to meet, hear her side of the story and what she has to say about the shooting. Doug and Leslie.
All right, Imani, thank you very much. A Killeen man is in jail tonight, charged with murder, all in connection to a shooting almost 2 weeks ago. 25-year-old Parrish Young turned himself into authorities this morning after a warrant was issued for his arrest. Young is accused of shooting 35-year-old Larry Sterling on February 10th. Police found him lying in the middle of West Beeline Drive with multiple gunshot wounds. Young's bond is set at $1 million. Rumors of violence on social media against a Belton middle school sparked an increase in security today and kept 40% of students home.
Channel 6 News reporter Curtis Quillen spoke with parents this afternoon about their concerns. He is live from North Belton Middle School with the latest. Hey, Curtis.
Well, Doug, Leslie, we have a copy of the email North Belton Principal Joe Brown sent parents last night telling them there would be an increased security presence here on the grounds today. This is all in response to an alleged message reading that the person is going to, quote, shoot up the campus. Now, the Temple Police Department tells Channel 6 that the threat is, quote, not specific, which is similar to being non-credible. Parents we spoke with say their kids texted them during the day about an increase in patrol through the halls and cafeteria during school hours, something one father says is a little reassuring. Although 60% of the school's students were still in attendance, their parents tell us they're still concerned, especially after recent school shootings across the U.S.
I think it's always concerning, of course, but unfortunately with this recent shooting in Florida, I think there may be a lot of copycat and hysteria and let's get some attention.
Well, you know, nowadays the kids have so much access to stuff. I think it was just some kid being an idiot.
Now, we told you earlier that only 60% of students were in class here today. To put that into context, day-to-day attendance here at North Belton Middle School, according to the school district, is somewhere between 90 and 95%. So definitely a lot of students kept home today after this threat on social media. Live in West Temple tonight, Curtis Quillen, Channel 6 News. Doug, Leslie?
All right, thanks, Curtis. Now, in the days since the Florida high school shooting, one of the ideas we have seen repeatedly on social media is arming teachers or school administrators.
But we wanted to know what the teachers think. So tomorrow night, we'll be asking that question in a Channel 6 News Facebook Live event. Teachers from Temple, Killeen, Waco, and Troy will join us here in our studio to have an open and honest discussion.
We'll ask them if they think this could work, and if not, what is a better solution? We'll stream the whole thing on the KCEN Facebook page and also share your comments and questions. That is tomorrow night at 7 on facebook.com/KCEN-TV.
Meantime, a Dallas leader is calling for the National Rifle Association not to hold its annual meeting and exhibition at the city in May. Mayor Pro Tem Dwayne Caraway says the event is not appropriate after last week's mass shooting in Florida. Caraway says gun violence has played a significant part in Dallas's history, dating back to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy to the 5 Dallas police officers that were gunned down in 2016. The NRA convention is scheduled to be at the Kay Bailey Hutchison Convention Center May 4th through the 6th. A former nursing home in West destroyed by the 2013 fertilizer plant explosion has settled its lawsuit. The West Rest Haven nursing home filed the suit against manufacturers and suppliers of the chemical involved in the explosion. The settlement will help cover the nursing home's damages and that were either uninsured or underinsured at the time of the explosion. The blast killed 15 people. In 2016, authorities said that the fire was caused the explosion was intentionally set, but investigators have not announced any arrests.
In tonight's Military Matters, a local family has donated $1 million to help fund construction of a National Mounted Warfare Museum near Fort Hood. Now the project has reached 80% of its total goal of almost $37 million. The museum will be built on a 17-acre plot of land near Fort Hood's main gate. Now the family wishes to remain anonymous, but the National Mounted Warfare Foundation says the donors hope their gift will encourage others to contribute. And the McLennan County Sheriff's Department received a donation today from a popular Waco business owner. Sammy Citrano owns George's Restaurant. He gave a $2,500 check to county commissioners for the McLennan County Cold Case Unit. Sheriff Parnell McNamara says that money will go toward expenses. Citrano says he was inspired by the work the department did in solving a 35-year-old Axtell homicide, and he wanted to give back.
Today is officially the first day of early voting for the 2018 primary election, which will be held in March. Early voting goes on until March 2nd. The primary election begins March 6th. Registered voters can apply for early voting by mail. We have a list of requirements for eligibility, as well as the counties in the area and what's on their ballot. Just go to our website, kcentv.com/2018 primary. Still ahead on Channel 6 News at 6, a former Fort Hood soldier and 3-time Olympian is going for the gold in Pyeongchang.
We got clear skies, light winds. It's a cold day at the Olympics this afternoon. Actually, it's tomorrow morning there. Temperatures are in the 20s. It's a very cold start to the day. We have complete details on the forecast for Central Texas up next. Stay with us.